Hello and welcome to Mindset Mondays episode 17. This is David Taylor Klaus, and it's Monday, Memorial Day. It's Monday the 28th. It's just turned Tuesday in New Zealand, so good morning. This week, playing with an idea from Jim Rohn. And just to do the obligatory background piece. Again, Mindset Mondays is a year-long program designed to give folks with a growth mindset the opportunity to play with new mindsets, new ideas, new concepts, and a private Facebook group designed to let folks, whether they attend or not, to explore those ideas. So with that said, here's the idea we're going to play with today. And wow, the screen just went haywire. So there we go. Okay. So this really took me back this week. The key to becoming successful is to work harder on yourself than on your business. Wow. I mean, this for me, this was a nice little flashback to sort of reevaluating a lot of the businesses that I've been part of, whether I've founded them or led them. And for me, it was, wow, a wake-up call. The idea that all that money and that time and that effort and that energy I put into working on my business, looking for new systems and new structures that could make it more effective, more efficient, give it more structure, more consistency. And I feel like I kind of did that in favor of working on myself. This is long before I ever figured this out. Going back to the technology firm in the early 1990s and the web firm in the late 1990s. God, so much of the time we were looking at what were the ways that we could make the system better and make the other people better and make the business processes and flow better. And it was a long time before I started working on making me better. All right, I've been a member of Vistage for almost 15 years now. Oh, behind the banner, you can see the big pieces of glass they give me every 5 years. And Vistage is Vistage, Vistage.com. It's an international organization designed to really improve the life of the chief executive. And joined Vistage all those years ago and started turning the attention to working on me. Well, it's not that when I joined, I immediately started working on me. Of course, when I joined, it was even amplifying the opportunity to work on other things in the business besides me. So it still took some time to get the lens right. One of the things I learned early was the first question of leadership is, what part of the problem am I? You start turning the fix-it lens to everything else, and you're not paying attention to your role in it. That blame throwing is pretty much a hallmark of unreflective leaders. And it's both credit hoover and blame thrower. You suck up all the credit. Everything that's gone well, everything that's gone right, everything that's working is all obviously because of you, the leader. And everything that's going wrong is somebody else's problem. Well, that's backwards, right? What part of the problem am I? Where does it start? Go back to even Harry Truman, the buck stops here. Leader is the ultimate responsibility. So why not then start with working on yourself first, working on yourself harder than you work on your business? Ann Herman from Herman International, her comment at one of the Vistage meetings was, your Vistage group is the only mirror that when you smile, it doesn't automatically smile back. They're going to reflect back the truth. They're going to tell you what's really going on. It was really my first experience with, although it was informal, with coaching. And that was the introduction to looking here first, right? And I'm not going to sing The Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson because I don't sing out loud in public. But again, this is that playground of what part of the problem am I? The key to becoming successful is to work harder on yourself than on your business. Yeah, so Vistage for me was that first wake-up call. And, the joke I make all the time is the best kept secret to personal development is coach training. And so starting in '08, when I started to train to become a coach, that was again another opportunity to have a very sharply focused mirror reflecting back what was really there and getting to deal with that. There's a long way between having to deal with it because it's being reflected back to you and getting to deal with it. It took me a while to take it as a getting to. But that's something that I love about being coach, that I get that unvarnished reflection back about who I am and how I'm showing up. And I get a check and balance so that I can turn that attention to working on me. I can't tell you how many times I bring an issue to my coach about something that's going on with the business. And it always comes back to, all right, well, where's that pattern? Where is it coming from me? Where is there something I shift? On the back of all the card decks and I'm pulling one so I can show you. On the back of the mindset cards, all of my cards have a different quote on the back. And so since they all have a different quote, something I give my clients is a deck of cards that all have different quotes on the back that they can each morning pick one and have a mindset that they can play with, something that can get them thinking. And it's still got a little bit of plastic on it, so I'll get the camera to show this as best I can. This is the quote that I've put on the bottom of every deck. Achieving more requires becoming more. And that, I think, is really the essence of what this quote from Jim Rohn gets to for me. The achieving more requires becoming more is my quote. But the idea that the key to being successful is to work harder on yourself than on your business. Well, that's what this is. Achieving more requires becoming more. And yes, I'll have an entire one of these episodes on this one, because who do I get to become in order to achieve what I want to achieve? And it's absolutely not about inauthentically being something so that you can achieve something. It's who do I get to grow into? Who do I get to expand into? What is it that I get to become in order to achieve what I want to achieve? In order to have the impact that I want to have? How do I have to show up? The answer is always fully, but how do I have to show up fully and authentically to be able to have the impact that I want to have, to be able to be the parent that I want to be able to be the husband, the partner that I want to be the coach that I want to be? And that's the work. That's the working harder on yourself than you do on your business. The business is an extension of who you are, who you are at your core. The idea that when what you do is a logical extension of who you are at your core, then that's when it's fluid and effortless, and when you're in flow. And those are those beautiful moments of doing the work that you're here to do and having the impact that you're meant to have. And yeah, that's what it's about. Working harder on yourself than you do on your business. Because I think the spoiler alert on this one is it makes the work you do on your business that much smoother, that much easier, that much more of a flow. So hopefully this is a recording, since we are doing this on a holiday weekend, because Monday comes whether it's a holiday or not. Most of you will get to see this on the recording or hear it on the podcast, and love to get your feedback on where are the areas where you can choose to turn that lens inward, where, the problems that you're facing with your work and with your business, when you turn that attention and work harder on yourself, what's possible for you to shift outside? So to make it easy, the idea is the key to becoming successful is to work harder on yourself than on your business. Where are the issues that you're working on in the business where you can turn that attention to yourself and make that easier? So again, Mindset Mondays, every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. GMT, or midnight in New Zealand. Love to have you join me again here on Mindset Mondays with DTK. You can also go to facebook.com/groups/Mindset Mondays and join the conversation. It's a closed Facebook group, no pitch, just a playground of ideas and cool folks from around the globe talking about really cool things. So again, I hope to see you at the Mindset Mondays Facebook group. And again, each Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, here on Facebook Live for Mindset Mondays with DTK. And until next week, what mindset will you choose?